Hello there everybody, Samuel's Locus here. Welcome back to the Railway. Welcome to another review. 2 weeks ago, me and JB456 went to the Great Train Show 2022 at the Marshall Arena, and you would have thought, yes, we bought some stuff. So, I'm here to review them. So, I'd say there was a variety of very famous people there, such as Pete Waterman and New Junction, which I spoke to Pete Waterman, which was very nice. About 5 minutes-ish. And saw that his famous layouts, making tracks too. And those different layouts went there, such as Burton-on-Trent and the Great Central Railway by Woman magazine. But today the review will be these, the blood and custard coaches from Triang. Now, I actually thought these were Hormy ones, by looking at the design of them. Then when I looked under them, I can find a place where you can actually see them. That coach there, which you can see there, but just under there it says Triang, which I didn't realise that until I actually looked under them for the first time. But I got all three of these for £25, the smallest one being £5, and these two being £10 each. So good price. So the first blood and custard coaches that I've got on my layout, but not the first ones I reviewed. JB456 had them, and also this one, the middle one, is very slightly damaged. You can see there, it's got a bit of a hole in it. Just because it's been very old. It's like 70 years old, but no, 50 years old. These coaches probably are. So yes. So let's get started with going to the details section and find out what detail all three of these actually have. Yes. So let's do that. So here we have the largest brake coach, which is in these three. So far, yes, it's a very nice detail on here, but it's good enough to be Triang. But I'm surprised by this. It's got the emblem, which is not actually scratched or anything like that. It's like really good condition. This one, obviously no sprung buffers at the time, but the number of this one is 35024. Is this the one with the broken pits? No, it's the main coach. Detail on this, not much here, apart from the fact that, the double doors are over here, to show where the, basically where all the parcels will be kept, and also all these two doors, 4 doors if you want to be exact, plus another extra 2 for the guard. Couplings. These are broad ones, as usual. Bogies, good design, not painted. Plastic wheels. Sometimes you actually sometimes you do get some good plastic wheels that actually go really well. So far, basically, this coach is very nice. Apart from the fact that a couple of places are a bit scratched, but it's also good, sort of like slightly weathered sort of texture. Especially for the 1950s or early 40s. No, not early 40s, late 40s. So let's take this one off and put the next one on, which is the main coach, which was bought in this tray. There we are. And this is a first-class coach, as you can see here. It says number 1, which is quite nice. And yes, this is the broken one. I just looking closely there. I'll do that. No, all around. If I do that, you can see big hole in the side. Let's try that. Come on this side. Yeah, you can see the big hole right there. Not very good. Detail is basically exactly the same as the brake coach. Broad couplings, bit of scratch here and there. Although the emblem has been a bit more scratched this time, which is still alright, but you can still make it out what it actually is. And the number of this one is 15865, which is quite nice. Basically, it's that same detail as the brake coach, but the last one is a bit different. And I'll show you why. Because this one is a lot smaller than the others. If I put it here, you can definitely tell. But it's very different. Already a lot smaller, and also this one is like is the one that makes a lot of noise, because I've already tested it on the track to make sure it runs away. But if I do this, the wheels are sort of like very stiff, so it makes a lot of noise. Detail, whoa, it's not as good as the other ones, but if you can just make out here, the number of this one is M34000. That's the only thing I can actually see as actually letters on here. Couplings, strange, because these ones are just the most oddest ones ever. I did that, look at that, ready? It's like missing most of it. It's like weird, very weird design and coupling. If I do that, you can see it's a bit of a hook at the bottom of that. Yeah. It's very weird. And as you can see here, this is another brake coach, which I can make basically a 3-coach train for large and small engines to run with. But to be honest with you, it's actually quite nice having it like this. Wheels have got sort of metal axles going through them, instead of plastic ones, which is quite nice. That's making all the noise, all the racket. And also, very wobbly. Very, very wobbly. That's not the truck doing it. That's actually basically the actual body of the coach doing that. Yeah, rocks around a lot. But there you are. The trio of blood and custard coaches. First one of its kind. But now it's something I haven't done for a while now, and that is the hill test. So let's return on the hill test, and we'll see how well they actually perform going down the hill. Right, let's go and find out. So starting off with the smallest coach, which is the brake one, it's not good. I put it on the track, and it was as stiff as hell. If I do this with the coach, as you can see here, I touch it, it just stops immediately. It's awful. And look, it's just rocking on the track. If I do this, it keeps on rocking for about, I don't know, 3 seconds. It's not very good. Yeah, it's not good whatsoever. So if this was a real coach in real life, I'll probably say a lot of people will be sick. And if it's a Dunning car, then a lot of people will complain about it. And I mean a lot of people. Right, this is the normal coach by Triumph. And also, as normal, these are all Triumph coaches. A bit more freely at the time. This time, right, let's see how this one performs. Much more free than the smaller coach. If I do this, it goes on for some time if you nudge it hard. It's alright actually. It's not as free as you want it to be, meaning that a special locomotive can easily pull these. Tank engine can probably just about pull maybe 2 of them. Probably, but just for reference, let's do the brake one as well. Large brake, just to make sure it's quiet as well. A bit quieter. I think this is the quietest one. About the same as the last coach. Okay. That's a bit. It'll rock a little bit, but it's not as bad as the first one. But right, I think it's time to get these coaches up, covered up to a train. So I'll go and pick a locomotive, and then we'll get started with the running session. So I have picked a Tornado for the job for today, and also it goes very well for the blood and custard coaches, and also it does quite a few rail tours with blood and custard coaches, so I picked it very well. So let's get the Tornado off with the 3 coaches and see how they perform. So here we go. Apologies for the noise. It's that from the coach. It's causing the noise. It's not a derailment or anything. It's the front coach. Ugh, again. So as Tornado comes around with its blood and custard coaches, I have picked a diesel locomotive with some Pullmans. I was going to pick the Class 33 diesel, but as I put it with it, it wasn't really going well with the Pullmans. But then I realised that the Class 37, which was the last review I did, actually goes really well with them. So I have picked the Class 37. Also, this is the Class 37. This is the first time you will see this. since its review. So let's get it started with 4 horns. Yes, 4 horns. It's very fast as well. And also Tornado has cut out for some reason. So I'll go and sort that one out. And finally here we have the J50 in British Railways Black. And well, with the final few with British Railways coaches, the last 3. And we'll get this off. So here we go. The old J50. Pump those pistons. And a bit slight problem. The front coach is off the track. And off it goes. So enjoy this flying session. Class 37. Whizzing past. Always nice to see that. Also the Broncaster coaches with Tornado. Those past. Also Class 37 has come back for more. Will it make it? Or just about. Going through there. And here comes 350. Whizzing through here. Also, I have bought, my dad bought some vehicles. So here's one of them, which is a security car, a van actually, and here is a beer van with those of some barrels behind it. And speaking of some new stuff, here goes the Class 37, and there goes one of those as well. So if you have noticed, but also, just go with me. Here's a coal truck. Here is a flatbed truck as well as the 2 locomotives go past. And also here's a 1930s bus over here, which is pretty nice. Just coming out of the car park there. There is another one somewhere, which is I'll show you in a minute. Well, there goes Class 37, and here comes the J50. As you go past, and something has gone wrong. I must go and fix it. And here come the 3 locomotives, with the Class 37 coming around such a speed is blocked out Tornado as it goes past, with the Doncaster coaches going round. It gets slightly stuck around that corner, but you can just make about making out as the J50 comes round for the second time. But well, the question is, will the Class 37 make it? The answer is yes, it's already made it round. It's such a fast locomotive for such a long, very long engine. Oh, I love the 37. Crossing the Class 37. That's what I did with the Doncaster coaches. Comes Tornado. And there goes the coaches. Here's the final new car, which is this one here. It's the Holland's Toffee van. I actually quite like it. It's like a bit of a me design at the front, which is quite nice. Well, it could be, yeah, I mean, it's got very nice sort of back wheels and everything. It's really nice. But as I've been talking, here comes Tornado for a second round, coming past here. And here it comes, going past the background there. All very nice. Here's a footbridge shot of all of them going past. Here's the Class 37 going on the footbridge, and the Tornado and the J50 are coming along. Here's how it goes, and here comes Tornado on the outside track as it goes through. That front coach is shaking like a good one. Right then, so with that, that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Triang Doncaster coaches from British Railways. Put down in the comments, well, if you want to, what your favourite locomotive you saw today. It's always quite nice to see the Class 37 running around with some Pullmans. And, oh, nice. Here's a J50 for one last time, a good shot of it, and then just want to in the background. I'll just zoom in a bit there as it goes through. And the Class 37 has blocked out again. Ugh. It's the cinema spotlight today. But so, yes, with that, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time for some more reviews. Or coach reviews. Goodbye, everyone.